Yo, we're back.
We've returned to the safe point, everybody. How's it going?
Yes. All right. So this Knicks Cavs series is pretty good, but it's looking like it's all but over.
Yep, Knicks are up 3-1. That Knicks team has they surprised me.
Good. I'm not sure how they're going to fare against the next round opponent, whoever that would be, because I'm not sure if they are that good yet. The Cavs are
Right.
Cavs are pretty good, but they don't have enough. They don't have a deep enough bench, and they're not experienced enough. You know, this next
Mm,
team has been in and out of the playoffs the past couple of years. So
right. Like, especially with Randall leading that team. Like he was there not that long ago, and he's like, I want more. So hey.
it's starting to look like they may have a new leader, though. Jalen Brunson.
Yeah, man, he's been impressive.
Yeah, so good. Randall got um he got benched today
Yep.
because the Cavs started coming back, and then Jalen Brunson and Josh Hart led the charge, and they put it away. It's right on the bench.
Hey, it's that change of the guard time.
Yeah, I mean he still did fabulous. They wouldn't have won without him as well. He's still a key player to that team, probably the second player on the team now. But yeah, Jalen Brunson, he's just too good. He's way too good. He scores like way too much, like volume shooter, and he's efficient with it
Right.
the time. Josh Hart has been great as well.
Hmm.
I like him. I like his attitude. I
Dude,
didn't expect
his fucking cornrows were on point, dude.
yeah. NY in the braids. That's what's up. But yeah, not much going on in that series. So we might as well move on to, the main event, the
Mhm.
the infamous Stomp. Yeah,
The
Stomp.
musical production.
No, I mean, what the fuck, Draymond? You just stomp people out, hey?
Dude, like I watched it again because I was like, I need to make sure like I'm seeing this right. And yeah, man, like any which way you look at it, it is Draymond fully stomping on Sabonis's fucking chest. Um, but like I will say, it sounds like Sabonis kind of had it coming because a lot of other players have come out and said like he will use the ball as a weapon when he plays sometimes. People are like, hey man, like Sabonis did this to me back in this game and no one said a thing. So like I don't know, man. And like again, watching it, Sabonis definitely was grabbing at Draymond's leg. And Draymond being who he is, he I think he just reacted. And don't get me wrong, I don't think it was like a hard stomp. He was just more using him as a step.
Yeah. So I'll say I would not call it a stomp. It was pretty forceful, and Sabonis did indeed grab Draymond's foot.
Mhm.
So, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I will say it like this: Draymond is at fault. He's wrong, but it's not as egregious as everybody's saying. I'm not against the suspension, mainly because of Draymond's antics after. the technical.
Yeah, like that. Yeah, that's what he got kicked out of the game for was the way he was reacting to the fans. It's like, man, you've been in this league how long? You're a champion. Like, why are you letting some sack town?
But geez, did I enjoy that? He went full Macho Man, Randy Savage,
Yo,
Hulk Hogan on everybody. He called somebody the P word in the crowd. That was
yo.
amazing. I loved it. It was like he's gonna have a long, successful WWE career after he retires out of the NBA. Long time.
He's gonna, yep, him and Pat McAfee are gonna be the next WrestleMania.
Gonna be amazing to watch, and that'll be about the age where Amari will. I will be comfortable watching wrestling with Amari because he's a little bit too hyped for that right now. But
Oh
back
yeah.
to
Corey, are you getting attacked in your home?
constant. I get
Constant.
all the time. I animals, my kids. You know, I'm basically a stunt dummy and involuntary stunt dummy. So,
You
but
remember that Super Nintendo game?
which one?
Where you're like the crash dummies?
No, I don't.
Oh man, that game was great. Anyways.
I would play it a lot too. But no, so Draymond, I would say it was majority for, afterwards what happened because, the way he did grab his leg, Draymond, he tried to do the most by getting out of it. And
Mhm.
he literally did not have anywhere else to step. And he tried to do it as like, being an ass.
Oh yeah.
Did not I feel like he didn't mean to step as hard as he did and tried to jump immediately. So like I mean Sabonis caused that on himself. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
He probably should have been fined for it. But Draymond got Draymond. That's ultimately why it's all his fault. Like this is what he does to get someone to step on his chest and get them.
Yep.
That's what he wants.
Oh yeah.
And Sabonis, kudos to him. He did it perfectly. And then the Kings, they added that little extra layer on top of it by saying Sabonis is questionable. He's getting X-rays on his chest and he's questionable for the game. We're like, well, of course, Draymond can't play. Sabonis might not play at all.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed it all. People that are getting so, you know, taken back by it and pearl clutching with all this is like the basketball y'all wanted, right? Like the old school rough stuff,
Right.
right?
It's like y'all wanted Chippy. This is Chippy.
The rough stuff. We're giving you the rough stuff.
But hey, Warriors are making their comeback. They won earlier today. So hey.
Yep. And like I said, don't count the champs out, man. This Steph Curry, boy, one of the
Yep.
these players of all time, which leads us to our top five this week. As you guys remember, I didn't look it up, but I believe it was Mario Chalmers who had said nobody is scared of LeBron, right?
I think so.
Well, those were the words. The person is irrelevant.
Yeah.
A lot of people were having stupid arguments and arguing about things that weren't necessarily what they were talking about. Somebody had said, like, imagine a grown man being scared of another grown man. It's like, first of all, fear is a natural thing. It's okay to fear somebody. It's actually smart to, know when to fear things.
Mhm.
But it's not, people aren't saying like LeBron's scary. Like, he's not a scary person. It's just, what do you do when like everything all the numbers you're trying to add up a game plan and it points to like you losing
Mhm.
to go up against somebody. And that's how it is when you're going against LeBron. You're like, I don't see how I'm going to stop this man. It's intimidating
Right.
because I don't have an answer for
Hmm.
this, you know, locomotive of a player.
Right.
Bigger, better, bigger, faster, stronger, all the things you need
All the
in
things.
a player. And so I thought people were confused on what's a scare. Like they were arguing like who's the scariest and this and a scary player to play against, which are
Mhm.
different. Like who's the scariest player? They're like just scary people. They're scary players because you're scared because they're probably going to hurt you in this game. And and that's where I say you should fear some of these people. We might as well start with the top 5 scariest NBA players.
Let's do it.
Would you like to say your list first, or should I?
Yeah, we can go ahead and dive into mine.
All right, let's hear your
So,
5 scariest players.
uh, so number one scariest player for me, like a player that I would truly always be scared to play just because that mentality became a lifestyle.
Hold on,
And that's the,
1 second. Are you
yeah,
doing your number one scariest to your least scariest, or your fifth scariest to your most scariest?
most scariest to like fifth.
All right, you want to let's flip it. You do your fifth to
Flip
your
it.
best. Yes.
All right, well, flipper. So number five scariest player for me would probably be Shaq. That man, like he's funny to watch. He's a great TV personality, but when he was playing, ooh, like that's like that, like the thought of going up against a 7 footer that's just like more or less he might as well just be like a brick wall that can walk. Like he's a mountain that can walk. It's just like, no. Like
Shaq's
hey he
he's on my list.
then next at number four, also a very tall person. Some of you may remember his pregame ritual of banging his head against the basket. His name is Kevin Garnett. That is a man, again, on TV, and probably real life, he's like a very nice person. But on the court, there's a reason he hit his head like that. He wanted that intensity to be turned on. So, like, that overall, like, just crazy attitude that he presented himself with on the court. Yeah, that's scary. That's a very intimidating thing that I would hope I would never have to go against.
All right, Kevin Garnett. Who's your number 3?
Number three is going to have to be I put LeBron James. Again, that overall, like his ability just to be a beast. Like, and I think the scariest LeBron James to play would have been like Miami Heat LeBron.
Oh wait, so LeBron
Uh
James is on your scary NBA player list?
oh no, that's sorry. That's when I misunderstood. No. Sorry. Number three for me, I have as Ben Wallace.
Ah, there it is.
Yep. Dude,
Detroit's finest.
Ben Ben's that guy. like,
The silent, scary person.
like just ooh, like yeah, like he made that Pistons team just what it was. He truly was just like that dominating figure where it's like, oh god.
Mm.
And then at number two, I have Ron Artest because he is. insane.
He has no control.
Yeah, he anything that comes to his mind, he just does. And I almost like oh man, like he's crazy. That's no other way to put it.
No
But
explanation needed on that one.
right. And this number one, I took a little bit of a different route and like what is like the idea of scary. And like I was saying earlier, he created a lifestyle from his like mentality, and that's his Mamba mentality, and that's Kobe Bryant. The fear of Kobe is not his physical play or his intensity. It's that almost like serial killer calmness.
the
Like he's a Hannibal Lecter type of scary.
How do you say the word? I always have a problem with the methodic approach to everything that he does.
Yeah.
Like, that's the scary part. It's like, when he puts his mind to something, it's going to happen.
Yup.
So
Like
I could see that. Okay, that was very unexpected, but I like it. I like
yeah, like that that like
it's got that Dexter mentality.
yeah. Uh-huh. That should be that's terrifying to me.
Like everyone
Like
else on that list is going to hurt you.
right. Like imagine if Kobe put that mental effort towards
Someone
like
else.
yeah.
I
So
like that.
yeah.
That's a great way of thinking on that one. So that's your top five scariest NBA players. Very nice.
Yep.
Uh, my top five NBA scariest players. All right, so my honorable mention has been Wallace because I really wanted to put him in there, but I did not put him in there. Right?
That's fair. Yeah.
Because he's very scary. We've seen him almost get into a fight, and then he quickly calmed down. I feel like it's very easy to be on his good side.
Right.
So,
He's just going to defend his team. That's what it is.
yes. And another honorable mention on mine, scary people list, is Shaquille O'Neal. Because I feel like it's very easy to be on Shaq's good side. And I
Yeah.
feel like if he doesn't like you, he's just going to clown you. I don't think he's
Yeah.
going to hurt you, especially if you're my size. All right. And number five, scariest NBA people
Uh-huh.
that's ever lived. I have Rasheed Wallace as number five.
Ooh, that's a good one. Oh
Yes,
man.
because Rasheed Wallace sometimes is an asshole, and if he doesn't
Oh
like
yeah.
you, he might try to hurt you. You know,
Yeah.
before, haven't quite seen that from Ben Wallace. Um, my number four is Ron Artest. I put him at number four because yes,
This is
he crazy,
he
but
crazy.
he he likes to be a nice guy. He likes to keep to himself. And I feel like it'd be easy, not to be easy to be on his good side, but easy to avoid him,
Hmm.
especially if you don't play against him or his positioning while playing against him. It'd be easy to avoid him. Don't make eye contact. Don't box him out. Right?
Right.
Just lose that game. And my number three, you had him on yours, Kevin Garnett.
Yeah.
That boy crazy. That boy crazy.
Mhm.
He's super nice now. He's seen in all those commercials. That's why. That's why he's scary. Because we
Yep.
see him wild. It didn't leave. It didn't go nowhere.
Oh.
You know how to control
Oh.
the dragon, and that's a scary man. Like you know how to scare people just for fun and mean no harm. Like that's just yeah. Nah, I wouldn't even play poker with him because he like
No.
punk you into losing, and I don't
Yeah.
like losing poker, so like we'd have a problem. He would eat me, his skinny
Yeah.
ass.
Yeah. Yeah. He, like yeah.
All right, yeah, my
Scary, scary man.
number one and my number two, some old
Mm,
school players, because I
okay.
remember watching some documentaries and just different clips and videos of people, NBA players talking about people, and like whether the documentary is about them or their team, they would come up randomly because they talk about a dirty player or somebody they hate playing or somebody
Mm.
they hated. One of them was Rick Mahorn.
Oh,
Mahorn, you watch Rick Mahorn's videos. He Pistons player. Ironically, on this list we have Rasheed Wallace, Rick Mahorn, and Ben Wallace, all Pistons players. I don't know what's up with the Pistons, but they like them crazy.
they like that tough mentality.
They like them violent. But Rick Mahorn was scary because he reminded me like a Michael Myers or a Jason. Because he wasn't trying to start a fight or hit you or hurt you first. It seemed like he'd want to get hit first to get activated. And then he just
Oh
like
yeah.
harass and like it's just the way he grabbed people was scary. Like I don't know. Like cause he didn't fall when he got hit and he didn't back up. He would just keep going and you would just fall or he'd push you or he'd go like this and you'd fly. Yeah, was a maniac.
Right.
My number one most scariest NBA players. Oh, what do we have here? Another Pistons player.
No surprise.
Bill Lambier. This man was a legit psycho.
He's
Clinically,
on my other list.
goodness. That he deserves to be on both lists
Yeah,
because
he truly does.
you're not scared to play him because you don't know how to stop him. You don't there's no way to avoid that tornado of person
Nope.
walking mayhem like
Yeah.
in Jersey. Like how do you like he's so violent.
Dude,
He
he
Why did he play basketball? Why didn't he just play football? He just wants to hit people.
because there's no padding to protect people in basketball.
No, it's because he's a bully.
Yeah,
You
that
can't
too.
bully people like that in football because you're supposed to fall and get hit. He don't like that. He wants you to know that he's bullying you and doing things that he's not supposed to do.
Right.
He guillotines, he clotheslines, he chokes. I got like he's done everything in the book. Like, why are people like who said Draymond is the dirtiest player of all time? Who? Who ever said Zaza Pachulia was the dirtiest player of all time?
There's a name I haven't thought about in a while.
Yeah, remember they said he tried to end Clay's career.
Yep.
Like Bill Lambier, nobody will ever be dirtier than him.
Yeah, yeah, there was something there's something off about him. That's the only way to just describe it. Like he
It's like if Hitler was tall, he never would have been uh, whatever would have took the route he was. He would have played sports because that's why he was so angry. He couldn't do everything that all did. And he would have he still would have been an asshole. So he'd have
Oh
played
yeah.
beating the shit out of people in the corner, but just what Bill Lambier is. He's fucking Hitler in a jersey. Like, sorry, Bill. But that's the only analogy. Like that's how you played basketball. It was very violent.
Yep. It's like wow. Like yeah, he woke up and chose violence. Every day.
Now to our top five scariest players to play. Not scary people. It's most scared to play. It's an intimidation type thing. It's like, what am I gonna do against this guy?
Right. You're like, oh God.
First, I'll start this one off.
Okay.
All right. My number one, or my number five, it's Kobe Bryant. I know your number five is pretty high, but look, this list is hard. It's hard to come up with, but he wasn't as efficient as everyone else on this list.
Okay.
No way I could put it. My number four, Shaquille O'Neal. Has zero answer for Shaquille O'Neal, except put him to the foul line and he could lose you a game.
Yeah, true. Very, very true.
Other than that, he's just got you in a damn vortex and you can't do nothing. And bouncing off of him, sweat, his nipples going in your eye because he's dunking on you.
Mhm.
It's just not a fun game. And three is Joel Embiid
Yeah, that's a good one.
because he surpasses Shaq. His shot and his footwork, his skill with the ball and movement, it's even harder to deal with and just as big as Shaq. It's
Right.
it's ridiculous, and his defense is a little bit better than Shaq's was. So
Mm.
that's a even bigger and more confusing vortex to deal with. Um,
Right.
this these last two is very controversial, and then there's going to be a controversy because, like, well, I'm just going to say it.
Yeah.
Well, my number two, Michael Jordan.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I figured he was going to be in the top
I mean,
two. But yeah.
dude, just defense and just like an inability to stop him. You know,
Mm.
yada yada. Everybody knows why he's there. My number one. This is going to be the controversy because you might think you know it, but you don't. My number one is Stephen Wardell Curry
Mm. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's fair.
because
That's fair.
we've seen it. No one can stop Steph Curry, like ever. The only person that can stop Steph Curry is Steph Curry. He has to have an off night. It's the only way to stop Steph Curry. You get lucky. It's a roll of the dice every time. There's no game plan for Steph Curry. The only game plan is let's try to beat the Warriors, not let's try to beat Steph Curry. Like you can't.
Mhm.
There's nothing because guess what? He just keeps backing up. He's going to keep shooting. And if he's making them, like, like I got to show you this video of like people, or it's more like the other team when Stephen Curry makes shots.
Mhm.
It's just so funny. Like is I've never seen people get so defeated not at the end of a game than when Stephen Curry shoots. Like they just like I've seen people like their hands just go up. They're like
Like, what are we gonna do?
super bad when they're getting ready to get ready for the party, and Michael Cera's character is playing video games.
Yeah.
Is me and Terrence, we always do this joke, especially when we lose in a video game. He loses, and he's like, "What the? Why do they even make this game if you can't even win?" That's how it is playing
Yeah.
Steph Curry. Like, why do
Anyway,
like what do you do? Like,
my dad's got some clothes. You want to check those out?
you look like Aladdin. But I mean, I bet people wish they were Aladdin so they can like wish for a genie and like wish Stephen Curry to not be so good. Like,
Probably. Yeah. That would help. That would help. Or
yeah,
would it? Probably not.
I mean, or would it? Because apparently nothing stops him. He probably
Nope.
like I don't know. I don't know because
I
what do
don't
you
know.
do against Steph Curry? And
Um,
that's the
yeah.
controversy because I mean he's ahead of Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan's not number one, and LeBron's not on the list. I mean, but he's an honorable mention. He's right outside that list.
Mm. Yeah.
But I don't know. I guess to be fair, I should probably switch him and Kobe, shouldn't I? I won't. I was asking.
I mean, you could.
I
I
could.
mean,
I could do a
I
lot.
I wouldn't.
I could do a lot of things. Not many.
I could do a lot of things.
You don't even know. You don't
but,
even know.
but yeah. My list for the most scared to play against. Starting off at number 5, I put Dennis Rodman because that man, especially when he was with the Pistons and when he was with the Bulls, his overall defensive presence is just it's hard, it's impossible to ignore it.
That's very good because like I didn't think about this, but like you need rebounds.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do against a man that can grab like 40 rebounds? Like
Right, exactly.
you're like, guys, box him out. Everyone tries that, coach.
Like there's literally three of us trying to like keep him from getting it, and he gets it.
We don't know how he does it. Like
You'd think with the insane hair we'd be able to see him, but we can't. Then at number 4, good old Reggie Evans.
oh, explain yourself, sir.
Dude, Reggie Evans was just a mean player.
It's kind of funny because I didn't think of you're kind of like halfway debunking this whole thing I was doing, trying to like stop people from arguing, but it kind of doesn't fully debunk because the scariest players can also be the scariest players to play against. But the
Yeah,
scariest
he
players to play
he
against
literally
the scariest players all the time.
I don't know if any of you remember this game or not. I forget who they were playing, but like Reggie Evans, I think he was in the Nuggets at the time. He basically player was going up for a rebound. He was behind this dude and just full on reached under him, squeezed his nuts quick, and then went for the rebound. And then when the ball went out of play, that player shoved him, and like it was one of those situations where Reggie Evans tried to make it look like he didn't do anything, but then they watched the replay again. They're like, oh no, he full on like yeah,
Look at the tape. Look at the tape, guys. No,
yeah,
do anything. I swear. Just look at the tape. It'll explain everything. And you're like, oh yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah,
I forgot about that. Sorry, my bad.
right. And
This
then
is
at
gonna
my right, like that mentality. Oof,
you never know
it's
when your nut's gonna get squeezed.
yeah, never know. But then at number 3, I got Bill Lamir or like yeah. Lambier. Yeah, he's at my number 3 because again, mean as can be.
That dude's the devil.
Yeah, there's just something in him. At number 2, this like number 2, I put Kobe because it's Kobe. I just have a lot of respect for his game and his overall just ability to be the scorer that he was.
You know what? It's now to the point where nobody has to explain themselves when Kobe was on the list. You
Yeah.
guys just have to shut up and accept.
Yep, Kobe, got it. And then number 1, going with a bit of a classic.
Who
That
they?
is Bill Russell.
Hey, I mean, obviously.
Yeah. he he defined the game for such a long time, and just yeah, can't I just can't picture anyone else.
I couldn't imagine being in that era with like no tape, no internet, no like nothing to really go off of. You're just like,
Right.
I mean, I've never, you're like on the bus getting ready to play, and you're like a second year, or you're like a first year rookie. You're like, I mean, I never seen him before. Have you seen him? Like, well, I played against him twice last year. He's pretty good, man. He's like a mythical creature. So,
Right.
like, he's just,
And then they're still getting the news like the next few days over what he did in the previous game, where they're like, wait, he did what?
it's like as soon as you're walking into the stadium, you hear what he did last time. You're like, oh shit. And now
Yeah.
completely shot if it wasn't before.
Uh-huh. Honorable mention would definitely have to be Magic Johnson.
The
Um,
Magic Man. Yeah, you never
hey,
gonna stop Magic.
Yeah,
Like,
man. Like,
you don't know how to. I don't know magic, so I can't stop you.
yeah, really very, very hard to beat. I truly didn't even think about Steph, so good choice there.
And
And then I think another like player that would get another honorable mention. Um, oh, who did I write down? That would be Carl Malone
ooh, Mel.
because he threw elbows,
Yeah,
but he's also a disgusting person. So there's that
yeah.
too.
I almost put him in my scariest players list, but yeah, screw that guy. I was who was I just thinking of? Honorable mention: Allen Iverson, scariest player.
Oh yeah, yep.
My God, and Kyrie also like. Shoot. I mean, you
Hey,
know you're getting your ankles broken, so like,
right?
wait.
You hope for the best.
Yeah, and that was our top 5 scariest players and scariest players to play list. Give us one moment, and we will be back to end this episode of the Nerdcast podcast.
See you soon, everybody.
Peace.